A soulmate who wasn't meant to be.
I have a question. Have you ever heard of the quote, "If we die together"? What about, "If I can't have you, then no one will"? Have you ever loved someone to the point that you're willing to risk your life just to be with that person? Romeo and Juliet, a novel about forbidden love that ended in tragedy and is written by famous playwright, actor, and poet William Shakespeare. The story began with the long-standing feud between the Montague and Capulet families. The story is set in Verona, Italy, where the Montague and Capulet families have been engaged in a bitter feud for generations. Despite the hatred between their families, Romeo and Juliet falls deeply in love at first sight. They secretly marry with the help of Father Lawrence, who believes that their love can bring peace to the warring families. However, their love is doomed from the very start, as fate and a series of unfortunate events conspires against them. Romeo, believing Juliet to be dead, takes his own life, and Juliet, awakening to find him dead, follows him. Their tragic deaths led to the reconciliation of the feuding families. The genre of the film can be classified as drama, romance, and tragedy. And as a critic of the story, I must say that the prevalent theme of the film is love, passion, and rebellion, because I really saw how they risked their lives for the sake of their relationship. Since only they know the sureness of their love, which in my part is very heartwarming. The symbolism I saw in the film was the balcony in Juliet's home, which symbolizes isolation and longing. It represents the character's desire for connection and longing for a world beyond their own. Throughout the film, I realized that the love and relationship of Romeo and Juliet was bittersweet because it was genuine and passionate, but it was also impulsive and risky since their families have intense enmities. And yet, they fought for it. But then it failed. And those efforts made me feel amazed because that's how much they love and connect with each other. The phrase, "we are fools in love," typically conveys that when a person is in love, they may act in a certain way that may seem irrational or foolish to outsiders because being in love makes you feel some type of way that you don't expect yourself to be doing, but you're doing it anyways because you're in love. But if I were Romeo or Juliet, I wouldn't risk my life for that person who I'm in love with, even if I have to be with them in the afterlife, because I believe that when a person is not meant to be with me, I would let go and eventually move on because that's how life is. That's just life. People come and people go. What I learned from the film is that love is very powerful and too much of it can kill you. It can make you do things impulsively, like how Romeo and Juliet made hasty decisions driven by intense emotions, which ultimately led to their demise. Furthermore, Romeo and Juliet emphasizes the significance of communication and understanding in relationships. Communication and communication is key, they say. Miscommunication and misunderstandings between characters in the film contribute to the unfolding tragedy. This highlights the importance of clear and open communication in fostering healthy relationships and avoiding unnecessary conflicts. Thank you everyone for listening. I am Angel Pedrosa.